welcome back. We are effectively in our last week of the 2026 campaign with Coach Bob Tilley and the Spartans of San Jose. We got one more at home versus Boise State, a Mountain West foe, currently 9-2, 6-1 in the conference, and touting a number 11th rank in the country. So that's going to be a tough test. And just recapping the year, a big win versus our old quarterback, Emmett Brown, and the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Then we kind of just go back and forth, wins and losses, and, really stumbling. Losing 3 of 4 right in the middle of the schedule there. But since then, we've ripped off 4 in a row. Drumming of Nevada 34-10, a close one versus the Lobos. And then we come back and beat the brakes off the Rams on the road. And then arguably the biggest win of Coach Tilley's career, that was against a number 6 ranked Stanford. We beat them 20-17 at home, and that could potentially knock Stanford out of a playoff berth on the season. So, kind of cool to play spoiler there. Potentially, we'll keep an eye on them as the year progresses, but that dropped them to 15, and now we're going to take on Boise State at 11. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. We did handle our recruiting duties for the week. So let's see what we get here. Hopefully we can pull out a win and strengthen our case to some of these bigger name recruits who have us in their mix late in the season. And it looks like a cloudy, muggy day in San Jose at Safe Goose Stadium. It's senior day. This will likely be the last time these guys will get a chance to really play here. We're talking Jabari Bates, Jordan Pollard, Marcus Dansby, and some others that just can't come to mind. This will be their last chance to play in front of these fans. And the return by the Broncos is up to the 22. And they're led by Maddox Madsen, 22-2 on the season, 2,500 yards. And he's taking on a Spartans defense that has played pretty well over the back half of this season. And the first play is a run. Matson joined by Gaines in the backfield. Another handoff, and he's tackled at the 24. It's funny, John Norwood, 15.5 sacks last season. And I think he's only got 3 or 4. He took home the Defensive Player of the Year in the Mountain West last season off that huge junior campaign, but has certainly regressed. You could argue he's faced some more double teams and preparation, things of the like, but yeah. So Mike Dansby, cornerback, 87 overall, and J.J. Cody, of course, the redshirt senior. He's joined by fellow senior Jabari Bates, and Bates stumbles for 4 to get the first drive going. JJ to Roy Gardner over the middle, not able to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and inches on the 46. Oh, what a play by 9-2 to blow that up. That's Cam Cutler, the freshman out of Pennsylvania. And we're going to keep it rolling here. And Bates is taken down. That's a nice play by 22 Chase Martin. Career stats for the senior: 61 solo tackles, 3 sacks. Nice play for the coverage backer out of California. That's going to be picked off. It's Lane Miller. Read it the whole way. And the true sophomore with the bang-bang play. And tough break for this Broncos offense. Cody to Ballantyne in the flat. And he's going to have a first down off a drag. Up to the 33. Here's the handoff to Kobe Mixon. Gets some blocks. And up to the 29. And the true freshman out of Nevada looks to be a central piece for this offense in the years to come. He's shown a lot of promise. And Jabari Bates with a big play. Talk about promise. That's the man who had to fill the shoes of Floyd Chalk the fourth. And Cody is brought down to the ground. It's Deshaun Sloman with the sack. 2nd and 14 now at the 15. Jabari Bates, you can tell this defensive front for Boise State is pretty tough. Here's the screen, good block. And Bates cut down at the 6. Oh my God. Jason Merchant. And that's just a chip shot gone stray. So the interception, the drive, it's all for naught. And Broncos are back on the field. It's 0-0 here at Safeco Stadium. Good cutback that time. Broncos are now within 2 yards. Dubar in the backfield. We know they had Gianti for a number of years. And that's a good throw over the middle, caught by 83. It's a first down, and Sumter able to pick it up. Good blocking up front, and that's a gain of 5. James Dubar, talented running back for this Broncos offense. Man in motion, and he gets the ball. Breaks a tackle, and he stumbles up to the 45. Good effort there on the sweep. Another man in motion. This looks to be a run. And Dubar gets the edge. It's a big run. Up to the 14. Boise State is now in striking distance. Quarterback keeper, and he's clobbered. Matson goes down at the 7 like a ton of bricks. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. This game is brought to you by Aurora. Aurora-based tractors. And Dubar punches it in, but looks like there's a hold. And get yourself a hold of an Aurora-based tractor. 2nd and 11 on the 15. A lot of boobs out tonight in the crowd. You can see both men and women nearly topless. These fans are going crazy here. And the touchdown is good. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Priester set to return. Spartans looking to bounce back off a couple of disappointing drives here. Stretch play to Bates. And he bounces off a few defenders, just able to pick up 2. And that missed by Merchant. Very much a chip shot. And look at the defensive play there by 9-9. Able to track down Bates on the screen. Very nice. Oh! And Dennis Muma, that time in coverage, the Spartans will punt it. Dubar, Madsen. And that's caught on the little out route by the tight end. It's a nice gain of 7. Play action. And caught. Maddox Madsen put it on 17, and he was able to reel it in. That's a nice play by the big wide receiver. Well, Dubar finds the seam. It looked like a wheel route, and he got to the corner untouched. It'll be 14-0 Boise State. Priester on the return again. And he's tackled at the 16. Bates gets the carry, and he's tackled by 22. Chase Martin has been all over the field today. And J.J. Cody's going to take off. He's got room to run. And up to the 35. That's a good play for the senior. Cody steps up and he takes off. And it looks like Mark Scroller, I believe the left guard is down. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. 2nd and 1 now on the 44. Spartans give it to Kobe Mixon, and he picks it up. And that will end the first quarter. Spartans down 14, and their 4-game winning streak in jeopardy. There's play action. And good coverage by Chase Martin. Deflected the ball and threw Ballantyne to the ground. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Tough. Not a whole lot of rhythm here. And poor throw, poor route. And Trayvon Tolmere was all over it. 4th and 10 on the 47. Spartans will, you guessed it, they're going to punt. Kerry Sosa, it's a chip shot and caught at the 33. Very ineffective punt there by the senior. Oh, good cutback. And Dubar really sniffed out the trouble early on. I thought we had him locked in. Nowhere to run that time. Lane Miller on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 3. Over the middle and caught. And that's a big first down. Maddox again finding the seam. And stopped at the 5. Caught over the middle. Matson appearing to find some control over this game. Hands it off to Dubar. That's another reason why he bounces off a defender. And up to the 14.
Okay, ready? 325. Flip.
Good play by Jordan Pollard. He basically saved a touchdown there. It was Gaines who had his sights on the end zone. 2nd and 5. This is going to be a run. Othman that time, able to get there. Third and 6 on San Jose State's 10. It's a draw play, and they're not able to pick it up. 4th and 3 on the 7 for Boise State. My assistant has come in with a bottle of kombucha. Let's see if I can get this open in front of the young lady. And a sniff and a crack. And that's our biggest success of this game thus far. Something we can hang our hat on. We're down 17-0 here at home, folks. Coleman on the return. Up the middle and stopped at the 19. We got 4:50 on the clock. Spartans really need a strong drive here. If not, I have inclinations to just sim it out, potentially hop into a bowl game, and then get into the off season. It's just been that kind of year. Second and 12 for the Spartans. Come out in a single back formation, and Cody is smothered at the 7. This one is not looking good. Third and 22. This drive is off to a piss poor start as well. And that's going to be picked off and returned for a touchdown. Dennis Muma. Boise State at Safe Goose Stadium. Let's call it. I think we've earned the right. Oof, 31-0 at halftime. Talk about bulletin board material for next season. It's 45-7, and it's a tough loss. 45-21 is your final score. Thankfully, we made it somewhat reasonable. 24-point beatdown here at Safe Goose Stadium. Cameron Bates led the way, 6 catches, 159 yards, 3 touchdowns. And after the Madsen Maddox interception, the Broncos never looked back. Well, that's going to do it for these players at home. This will be the last home game for players like J.J. Cody, Jabari Bates, another one. Some of the other players in the running back room are underclassmen, but seniors, Matt Coleman will be gone. What do we have here? Ukanufa Luka Tulaluli, the senior out of Millbrae, California. Daenerys DeRosa Jr., Dansby and Pollard, those are 2 big ones on defense. Jalen Boehner is a senior. DeJohn Roney is a senior. Not an ideal way to send them off, but Boise State is a good team. And they're going to represent the Mountain West potentially in the CFB playoffs. So let's advance to next week and see what that brings us. So we get the bye week. That gives us an opportunity to hop into our recruiting, and I can see some new faces already. Diego Lima has apparently signed with UTSA. David Owa signing with Nevada. We already know we picked up George Ugwegbu, the corner out of Benicia, California. 5'10", 180. He's got good speed, change of direction, decent man coverage and press. So I think he'll be pretty good down the line. Someone will definitely look to redshirt right away. Taekwon Brent's 5'11", 189. Tough. He's a 3-star prospect, but he lacks a lot of athleticism. Tom Corker. Fairly quality interior lineman. I think we'll actually look to boost up our efforts in recruiting him. Currently sitting on 145 points. We did get Randy Milanovic, the 6'5", 202-pound wide receiver. He's got pretty good hands, good acceleration and speed. He's a jumper. He can release. I think we got ourselves a steal at the wide receiver position. Really excited about him. John Keel signs with California. Ekwerko, offensive lineman, the pass rusher. He's got the quick jump ability with an 81 power moves, 88 acceleration. We do have a pretty good lead on Hawaii. Ugh. Another pretty unathletic corner. Garrison Melvin, what do you got? He's a gem. Good catch in traffic. Short route 71. 6'5", 224. Okay. He's a JUCO sophomore. Marcus Biggs. Good athleticism. Could be a pretty decent coverage linebacker with that speed, so let's throw some points his way, make sure he's still interested. Currently sitting tight with Utah State. Damon Brooks, the JUCO sophomore. And not a whole lot of speed there. Probably not going to work well with him. TJ Heaney, he's a power rusher, it looks like. Not bad. At 6'3", 279, 85 acceleration. He could be interesting as a left outside linebacker. More of a D end, possibly in a nickel formation, something to that effect. Dom Keaton. Looks like we got a good lead over SC. Let's take a look at who's available here in the portal. Ben Shaw is interested. 6'2", 223 out of Lakewood. Pass coverage. Williami Stone, he's a scrambler. Right behind San Diego State. Let's bring him in. Let's bring Ben Shaw in. Markel Tant. Tremaine Beckner. Josh Gitz out of Arizona. We'll bring him in. Johnny York, 6'3", 264. Interesting. Okay, let's keep it there. We're going to look to carve off some points of folks that we are just really locked up with. Here's a good example for Ecuador. Cut that down to 5. Lanning. He's going to be good. Short route 74. Actually, pretty excited to use some of these backs next season. Murphy will keep as is. Kane, I think, will take off 5. All right, that gives us 60. So let's head to the bottom of our new recruits here. Dickens. Dwayne Dickens. '71 block shed. He's not bad. He's good to be partnered up with someone who can actually run from the inside linebacker spot. Josh Getz. 89 agility. I like that. 85 speed, 88 acceleration. Good tackle. Decent looking prospect. And Britt, we'll just throw a scholarship his way. Same thing with Marvin. Like his change of direction there. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna head into next week. See what brings to our doorstep next. Can barely talk. We're so excited. College football playoff brackets. Just to recap, it's year 3, the conclusion of it. Purdue, the last team in. Stanford did make it in, those bastards, 9-3. I don't see Boise. Boise State is number 8, and they're the 4th seed. How do you like that? Okay, we will keep in touch there week to week. We might come across a bowl game. Not sure. So we get another bye week. Conference championships. This week, the Mountain West title game is Boise State taking on UNLV with the running... I forget their name. Running Rebels looking to play spoiler to Boise State. A win there would probably knock Boise out of the playoff picture. Clemson taking on Miami. A lot of implications here. Conference championship week, so we'll have to pay attention after we get this recruiting done. I don't think we're going to make any changes to the staff. I think we kind of found a rhythm towards the back end of that season, especially with the way the defense was playing. So we're going to keep it as is. Vernon Rashed, scrambler, athlete, quarterback, prototype. Same thing with Nick Freeze. I do want to go after these guys, but I did make a rule not to really go after the athletic quarterbacks. Tough. Well, maybe I'll make up some bullshit rule just to give myself an excuse now. Only allowed to do one athletic, one quarterback that's an athlete once every 2 years. And for that one choice, we're gonna go with Rashed. Let's scout him. We are second right now. Spending a lot of points. 90 acceleration, 83 speed. Good power, accuracy. He's got the off-platform ability there, so I think we can offer him a scholarship based on what we see there. We are still battling it out with San Diego State. We're going to throw some points here at our top guys. We don't want to lose them as we make our way to the back end of the season. Lanning, definitely someone we want to keep on. Willie Eddy. Yeah. Vernon Rashed, that's the quarterback, so we'll keep it right there. We're going to keep our staff as is, 7-5. It's year 3, 2026, and we're heading towards its conclusion. See a lot of second places there on the interest category. And we are at another bye week. Not a whole lot to do. Let's check out the playoff bracket. As we can see, it's yet to begin. Actually, I kind of skipped over that. Given the conference championships, Clemson, USC, Georgia, Boise State all retain. Kansas State, the defending champions, will take on Stanford. Louisiana, the Ragin' Cajuns, are 12-1 and have made their way in with a historic year. That's awesome. Oh my God. Well, there's your 2026 Heisman. It's Ryan Puglisi. Puglisi. We're going to get this recorded in our little spreadsheet real quick. I'd like to kind of just maintain this information after the fact. So 2026, and that's Ryan Puglisi. And that's Georgia. And he put together a very good season. Obviously, they're a top 4 seed. 43, 115 yards, 44 touchdowns. And just 6 interceptions. Well done for that young man. And thus far, year 1 was Jalen Milroe, the junior. Cade Klubnik following that in his senior campaign, I believe. And this time it's Ryan Puglisi, just the sophomore from Georgia, with a big year for the Bulldogs. So we're matching up with Middle Tennessee State again. It's the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. I think we're just going to sim it and look to head into some off-season stuff. This will be the third time we've faced off against Middle Tennessee in a calendar year, basically. So we're okay. Let's check out some job offers, though. The Duke defensive coordinator is up. Defensive coordinator LSU. DC at Michigan. Fresno State OC. It's funny. No head coach offers. We like what we're doing here at San Jose. Anyway, early National Signing Day. Corker goes to the Air Force. That's a bummer. Jamal Johnson, run stopper. He goes to the Lobos. Ben Murphy, Washington. Lampkin. Meade is gone. Ben Cloud to UTEP. Jeez Louise. Well, the number one overall prospect, Tavarius Augustine, is headed to Ohio State, it looks like. George Ojukwu to Georgia. Jalen Baird to Bama. They actually pick up two. Castaneda also up there. Top running back, PJ Costanzo. He goes to Michigan. Owen Biggs to Texas. Let's check out the top receiver. That's Ursua. He's going to go to USC Odom, Penn State, and Joaquan Fung, 6'4", also going to Penn State. Good for them. Let's advance the week. And we've been right in that level 7 area for quite some time. Let's take a look at the bracket. Oh my god, okay. The Raging Cajuns advance to take on Boise State in a 37-35 win over Georgia Tech. Tennessee with a 20-point win over Auburn. Kansas State's run is over as defending champs. It's Stanford who gets the win. They're going to take on USC in the Peach Bowl. Ohio State with the 12-point victory versus Pitt to take on Clemson. And that's an interesting looking quarterfinal with the top two teams on the unconventional side. We're going to advance another week, another step closer. Coaching carousel. What do we got? Nothing. So we're in semi-final week, and the Raging Cajuns Cinderella story comes to an end at the hands of the Broncos. They lose by 7. Boise State is going to take on 12-2 Georgia, and they're going to have their hands full. USC over Stanford. Clemson with the big win over Ohio State to wrap up your semi-final standings. I want to take a look at the All-Americans. Look at Jalen Rayner. First team All-American. Okay. Do we have anyone in the conference? Jabari Bates is up there. Very nice. Jaden Thomas, a senior. We won't be seeing him. Caden McGee, we'll see again. Matson Maddox last season. Cameron Bates. Mike Dansby, the senior, he'll be gone. Hunter Knoll picks it up in his first year in the Mountain West as a redshirt junior. Very nice. Dampier, we'll get another season against him. Chris Durr. Jordan Pollard. Nice job for that young man. And Malik Powers wrapping up the second team all conference play. So we advance another week. And it looks like we're going to have USC versus Georgia in a must-see matchup for the national title. There's no way to watch this, is there? No, we can check out the box score and whatnot. So Georgia wins by 10 over Boise State. Another great run there by an unheralded squad. So they get within 10. And USC wins by 5 over Clemson. And it's Georgia. They get it done once again. I don't know how many they've had in the 21st century, but they're going to get the win over USC 38-31. And we will record that. 38-31 over USC. Year one, we had Ohio State beating NC State. Last season was Kansas State over Florida, 21-7. And this time Georgia gets the win versus USC, so we're seeing some parity here. But that time Georgia does get it done. Let's just check out the box score there, and then we will move on. It was the sophomore Heisman winning quarterback, Ryan Puglisi. He goes for 344 and 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, but was lights out outside of that. Even toted the rock for 32 yards on 12 carries. Wow. It was Skylar Sanders, the redshirt freshman, and Nitro Tuggle, each with 2 touchdowns. And Georgia caps off a magical season behind the extraordinary play of the young man, Ryan Puglisi. Wow. That is quite the way to wrap up year 3. We're going to retain the same coaching staff for the first time, with changes to the offensive coordinator each year. So that's exciting. Here's some folks looking to take off. Cooper Hoke. You know, we'll try it. Why not? He's decided to stay. All right. Venice Thompson also decided to stay, but it's time to shed some light on some of these folks who are graduating or potentially making it to the NFL. Mike Dansby, projected for the 7th round. Wouldn't that be something? Excellent career from that young man. Brought a lot of playmaking ability to the cornerback position. Jordan Pollard, we thought this year would be a big year for him after we redshirted him on his true senior year in order to give us a better chance in year 3, but didn't quite work out. But he'll be graduating and on to bigger things. Dejon Roney, we picked him up in the transfer portal. He was a quality player. Jabari Bates, we're going to miss him. 5'6", 166, little ball of lightning. He sat behind Floyd Chalk and had some pretty big moments for the Spartans. DeRosa Jr. at the center position. Marco Poole. J.J. Cody, of course. It's going to be tough to see him go. He was the commander the year that we won the Mountain West in year 1. So we will always remember his play and leadership and just everything he brought to the table. Boehner is a senior. Jaden Marshall is a senior. Stearns, Gaffa Faga, Trayshawn Hurry will be gone. It's Caleb Womack, unfortunately. Kerry Sosa will no longer be able to say his name, the punter. Matt Coleman, a lot of seniors, my goodness. Turner Gooden. Gerald Newell. Wow. Powell. Of course, Johnny Norwood, 72 overall. The award winner, Defensive Player of the Year. Best linebacker and Defensive Player of the Year. That was nationally, too. 15 and a half sacks in that campaign with a forced fumble. Just a ridiculous level of output, and apparently no looks at all at the next level. Well, we are going to head into the next year. I think we're going to recap it in our next video. But we got 4 weeks of recruiting, and hopefully we can bring in some more talent through the transfer portal and come back with a big year 4 in San Jose. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, take care of yourself out there.